Hello everybody. Apologies, I've just finished eating a biscuit. It's stuck in my teeth. Now, hello patrons. I hope you're well, and if you're not well, why not? Be well. That's what I'm saying. Be well. Alright? Good. Now, we're going to talk about charm bags. This is a form of homework in many ways. To make a charm bag. I am charging you with that task. Don't do it for me though, do it for yourself. Charm bags are extremely useful, and to be completely honest, I will take them over a spell jar any day of the week. Why? Because in my practice, how I was taught, jars are not for that reason. Jars are for containing energy. Hence, spirit bottles or spirit jars or spirit houses, usually made of glass, witch balls, bottle trees, all manner of things like that, made of glass. Glass is a non-porous material. Nothing can penetrate it except that of light, yes? So therefore anything in the way of energies and the virtues they carry thereof will not simply get through enough. Oh, they'll get through, but not enough. You want something else, something that's more of a slow release. Now, where do charm bags come from? To be completely honest with you, you can find them all over the globe, and there is no firm fixed date of a first use of a charm bag. Well, I'm sure there is, but let's be honest with you. From an ex-archaeologist point of view, I'm going to say Neanderthals. Neanderthals probably had charm bags, to be completely honest with you. They had jewellery, they had specific things that they liked the look of, and I'm pretty sure they had some form, an idea or concept of what magic is, and what was deemed magical and what was deemed mundane. Well, anything that is deemed magical or special would want to be kept wrapped up in hide or some form of fibrous cloth that was made, and so therefore you don't lose it. That can be considered a charm bag, even something that holds earth or straw or a plant of some kind. Okay? We all are aware of Native American forms of medicine bags, where there is supposed to be a certain amount of seeds, earth from somewhere, usually a lock of your hair. There's many different forms. You can look up what are in them, but they are never to be opened, all right? They are made from buckskin, okay, which is good. Many forms of gree-gree in hoodoo or voodoo practice ask you to use red flannel. You'll see that a lot if you research it. Now, red flannel, let's look at why red flannel. One, it's easy to get hold of. Red flannel may have been all you needed. Why red in particular? Because red is, as you may have known, I've discussed before, a very important colour in magic. It is the green light for magic, but it's red. Do you get me? As in, if you are manifesting, red can help you greatly for that reason. All right? For instance, I don't wear much red. You won't see much red in my room. Why? Because you don't want to accidentally manifest something. For instance, say I would be wearing a red t-shirt, and then I have a really, really shit day. Well, that red is going to amplify the energies. All right, it is that colour magic. It will amplify the energies. That form of fuel, that fire, that passion will only stoke it, provoke it, make it greater than it is. And we don't want that. However, we do when we want a charm bag, for some things at least. Now, the gree-gree, or written down as gris-gris in hoodoo or voodoo, is also something that you may notice similarities in traditional forms of folk magic across the pond in my country, where people use flannel also. This may have been carried over. There's word of mouth and trade, especially along coastal lines and settlements. Yes, you'll find it there too. However, this still I prefer it over glass any day. Glass is meant to hold and contain the virtues to then be used from different plants, materials, objects, animal remains, human remains, and spirits. Even a breath. I mean, even children fart in jars, don't they? I saw it on that movie about Robin Williams. He was a man, but he wasn't a man. He just grew very fast. You think about it, it's basically like that Brad Pitt movie. It doesn't matter. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you, it's a fairly common form. It's known as the Sorcerer's Bag of Power, all right? However, you may not be able to get all the pieces. However, you are a cunning folk, no? I hope so. You're a witch. And witches, being cunning, know what makes good substitutes. So, by all means, add substitutions, and I will show you how this works. The porous material of flannel or some such things works almost as though a slow release, like a barocca, kind of. And that is what you want. You don't want something that is contained, like some special amulet. This isn't Lord of the Rings, although I wish it was sometimes. That would be fun. But it isn't, okay? It doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to go onto a bit of fancy jewellery. This is something that no one's ever needing to go to see. This is yours and yours alone. You must never even speak of it in that way. All right? Good. Right, let's begin. Hello everybody, so we are going to make a charm bag of power. It has many forms and meanings. It keeps you from certain amounts of harm, malevolence as well, naturally, and it also works almost as that of a battery. It is a connection to the powers that are deep rooted within the earth around us. To draw on it, it also forms a reserve to help us. Now, if you do your research, which I should imagine you already have, there are many different kinds of bags of power in this way. They all have certain things in common. Now, this is a more traditional form of bag of power, a wise or cunning person's bag, if you like, similar to that of fey doctors or fey magic, all right? But don't be put off by that. Now, here we have the bag, very simple, a red velvet bag, and that's what we want. And apologies as well if you can hear in the background. Now, I will explain what I'm doing and what things are as we're doing it, all right? So bear with me. Also, this one's on the turn, so it's about time it gets used. All right. Ignore the symbols, it's not important, it's just a manner of holding them. Oh dear, and now it didn't. There we go. So on my left, the black candle. The king. On the right, the white. Queen. Alright? The two different governing forces from which we are drawing from in this sense. Alright? It is the liminal, the in-between places. And therefore, anything that we do within this circle here, with the four corresponding spirits of the quarters, the compass, is what we will create. Now, I will take, well, actually, I don't often use them, but in this case, this will do nicely. I call to Brother Raven, Crow, Corvid, King of the wind, the four winds divine of energy that moves us. Come to this circle and aid in this magic. I call to Sister Serpent. Sister Serpent, I call to you to come aid in this magic. With your fire there is passion, and within your passion there is creativity and life. Mother Toad, still waters of the liminals, the portals of the worlds beyond, the dead, quick and in between. I call to you, come, lend your creativity, lend your life-giving sustenance to this circle. Father Hare, quick and virile, keeper of the earth, roots, stone and its secrets, mountain high or valley low, come and aid your raw power to this circle. Above and below, now, ladies first. Queen of the still, keeper of secrets, gentle and furious, I call on you. Come to this circle and aid this magic quick. King, horned and ancient one, those who trespass against you, you go unseen, but those who see you and understand, may you lend your govern, may you lend your wisdom. The two meet in the center, and in the center is life. Now, first, we will get over the gruesome bits. I have salted here a rather fat vole. It pongs a bit, but luckily we do not need all of it. The feet of the quick and the quiet. The cunning is what we want. The rat, intelligent, crafty. The bird, free and ever watchful. A toe bone of a possum. Here I'm using what I've got, naturally. Some call to use the toad, but this will work regardless. Now we have the components. We begin to place them within the bag. Quick and quiet, clever and wise, free and watchful, cautious and protective. The head part of snake skin. You can naturally find pieces of snake for ones who would kill them, but I come by everything as naturally as I can, and naturally these are my snakes. The head is what I want from the snake here, okay? It is because the head is what holds the danger end, if you know what I mean, and therefore the protective end, the defensive end, also the end that holds that in knowledge that can be fed. On top of the worm goes the blood of the worm. Dragon's blood for potency in this magic. Raw dragon's blood in its essence can be used with anything to give it potency. You all know how much I love dragon's blood anyways. A feather. Naturally. The gentle, the quiet, the unassuming, of all things where magic may reside. On top of this, seeds. Wild seeds of many kinds, and I've thrown in a few pumpkin seeds there as well, of your local area or a place you find sacred is best to you. In they go. That is the potential of magic within each seed and their virtues. Now, Angelica. This is a good one, but not too much is needed. Angelica can be used in forms of exorcisms, but also has certain virtues of almost, well, an angelic nature. Next, catmint. Catmint is something that doesn't get used a lot lately. However, it's very good for forms of calming, but also protection and for storing energy. It has a profound effect on those of psychic persuasion. Mugwort. One of the most useful of all the divinationary tools for quick flight and travel in spirit form. Oh, it needs a breakup. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a nice big bit. That'll do. Now, here, rowan berries. An old saying, one for woe, one for loke, and one for luck. One for woe, one for luck, and one for loke. Next, I trust you're all familiar with the seal of abracadabra. Yes, that's right, it is a thing, and it is a potent thing. It is the same form of Amen in many ways. I speak, therefore it is. For this seal, you speak the intent. Lend in the aid of this magic to store power and reserve it for when I need it most, to amplify my energy fold times 3. Abracadabra. Fold. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to bring over the last piece. Well, one of the last pieces. Bear with me. And I'm back. Apologies. There was a couple of things I forgot. The hold stone, not hagstone, a hold stone. That goes in. And I almost forgot myself. Paired nails. Why am I doing it on here? Because I forgot such things and then I was rushing around and naturally, in typical Elwyn, just pull it out. Hair from my beard, because naturally I have none on my head, so I just ripped it out. There. That's all that's required. Granny for this next part, alright? Alright. Hello, Gran. Now, excuse me. I need to borrow something. Oh, you've already shed one. That's most kind of you. Thank you, my dear. This is Granny, if none of you have seen her before. She is my root familiar. And most useful she is in terms of defence as well. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now. Oh, sorry, boy. Thank you. Good boy. My familiar's hair can be thrown in as there. We are linked, after all. Now this is done, this comes the tricky bit, really. For what we're going to do, you may have seen before or may not have. This is the last time they will see light. Quickly spit and breathe into the bag. Tight. 1, 2. Same again. 1 for woad, 2 for loke, 3 for luck. That is a cunning man or cunning woman's bag of power. A version of it, at least. Naturally, I had to make some substitutes, but not many. This now can be kept upon the person or close by. As a matter of fact, I've taken to actually holding them onto a staff even, or walking stick, tying them to that as a form of holding forms of power, so that they are separate but yet connected to you in that regard. Please, though, feel free to research, look up other ways that you may wish to do it, of course. But that, for me, is good enough. It can offer forms of protection. It can help you in the way of travel, especially aiding in power as well. It has forms of potency of the self, not only to protect from magical influence, but also to help you achieve magical influence. It is very much a bag of power, to be kept with the person. Wear it round your neck if you're not squeamish. But have fun with it. Feel it what you are doing. Know the purpose of what you are doing. Each of the corresponding pieces is that of the quick, the quiet, and the cautious, the cunning. We are taking that of the liminal, using the magical virtues of the world around us to create such things that we need. Well, I'm going to put this bowl back into the salt because I could probably use the rest of it. It's quite rancid and it stinks, to be honest with you. The rat's all right, I'll give it to the snake. But, you know, hey-ho. Have a blessed day, and do try it. This is a form of homework. There are many ways, different elements that you can apply to bags of power, charm bags, gree-gree, whatever you like to call them. Experiment, research. There may be, and I'm sure there is, things that I am unaware of that I could use also. So it's always good that you guys may know something else. Please do say. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.